There are several ways to determine whether a file is safe before opening it, in particular, an executable file. Even after downloading a file, it can do nothing unless you open and run it. However, once you open and run it, you are opening your computer up to anything on the file, including viruses and malware, which could harm your computer. This is why it's important to confirm that the downloaded file is safe before running it. This video explores 8 ways to tell if a download is safe. The first way to tell whether a download is likely to be safe or not is to assess where you are downloading from. If you are downloading from a legitimate and well-established website that has been up and running for years, then there is a much lower chance that you are downloading something unsafe. If you are downloading from a very new website that has only been up and running for a few weeks, it's much more likely that the file will contain hidden malware. It's not uncommon for recently launched websites that distribute malware and other unwanted software to come up in search engines, like Google, so be very careful when searching for downloads for a software program or applications. You should scan the file with your antivirus. You will need to manually scan that single file. Once the scan is finished, you will find out whether the file is considered safe or malicious by your antivirus. Most antiviruses include real-time protection, which will block any viruses from running and quarantine them. They may automatically scan downloaded files for you. A good way of scanning a downloaded file for viruses is to upload it to VirusTotal. VirusTotal makes it easy to detect suspicious files by showing you the results from over 70 antivirus scanners. It also displays each engine's detection label. If most antivirus scanners detect it as malicious, then you know that the file is very likely to harm your computer and it's best to avoid it. This method is more reliable than only using your antivirus to scan the downloaded file, since it shows you the results from lots of different antiviruses instead of a single one. If there is a comment section on the page or a forum, see what other people say about the file. If lots of people say that they have experienced problems with the file, then it's best to avoid it. If lots of people have said that it works or that it's safe, then the download is more likely to be safe. However, be careful when relying on the comments on the website itself to determine whether a download is safe. Scam sites often fill their review section with fake positive reviews or comments, made-up names of people, and photos from random sources. You should also carefully assess what you are downloading. If you are trying to download something like mods for specific games or software, then it's much more likely that the download will contain hidden malware. Also, consider whether what you are trying to download is commonly downloaded. If not, there is a higher likelihood that there is going to be hidden malware in the download. If a specific program has been downloaded millions of times, then it's more likely to be safe and trustworthy. Before running an executable file, you should check whether it's signed. You can find out details of the publisher by right-clicking, selecting Properties and Details. If you double-click on the file, you will be warned if the file is not signed or the publisher is unknown. Although there is no guarantee that if the file is signed, the file is safe to open, it's more likely that an unsigned file will harm your computer. It's also important to carefully assess the file size. If it's very large for what it is, the chances of it having hidden malware is much higher. It could be bundled with malware or other unwanted programs. If the file size is very small for what it is, then it may be junk and not do what you were expecting. Finally, you should assess the file name and file extension. Check whether the file name is vague or spammy. Also, carefully take a look at the file extension. A common method is using double extensions. The file may look like it's an image file, but it's actually an executable file. If the file has a double extension, this is a sign that there is something to hide and you should avoid the file. If it's too late and you have already run the suspicious file, then you will need to use an antivirus to scan your computer for viruses and malware and remove any it finds as soon as possible. It's recommended to run a full scan, not a quick scan, as this may find hidden malware. This is the simplest way to remove most types of malware. If the malware has deleted, corrupted, or encrypted your files, you will need to use a backup to recover them. If you don't have a backup, you probably won't be able to recover your files. In extreme cases, you may have to reinstall the operating system to remove all traces of the virus. If you liked this video and want to learn more about IT terminology and concepts, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to receive notifications whenever a new video is posted on our channel, you can click on the bell icon after subscribing.